Right, ease around the last corner.
Stopwatch ready? It's go time.
She told me she was leaving. And today
Luxury and the Camry are synonymous. You soak in the comforts of a beautiful hotel like the Residency Towers in Coimbatore, and then you step into the Camry and the sense of well-being, of calm, it continues. Now, we've done plenty of stories with the Camry Hybrid, be it exploring the untouched forests of the Western Ghats, or going to the largest windmill farm in India, or even living with it in a home base in Pune. But today, we are doing something different. We are setting a new record. We are setting the first lap record for a hybrid car here in India. This is the 8th generation Camry that received a facelift with a sleeker grille, a larger and wider air dam on the new bumper, and flanked by chrome accents. There is also darkened tail lamps and dual-tone 18-inch alloy wheels. The Camry has always been an oasis of calm. You set off in EV-only mode, absolute silence. Then, when the internal combustion engine kicks in, you cannot even feel it, you cannot hear it. You can't feel a gear shift. It is all so calm, so relaxing. At the back, you have enough space. The seats are wide, they're comfortable. The rear seat back, that also reclines. This is a great place to experience the thrill of chilling. But we aren't here to chill out. The Kari Motor Speedway is the second oldest racetrack in the country. 2.1 kilometers long, and it was recently updated. So it's got a better surface, more runoff, more flowing corners, and more of a challenge. Now, we've done plenty of cool stories here at the Kari Motor Speedway, but we're not here to race. We are here to set a lap time. The first lap time for a hybrid car at the Kari Motor Speedway, and probably the first lap time ever set by a hybrid car in India. You see, the Camry Hybrid, it can do luxury, but it can also do performance. The Camry's hybrid powertrain has this lovely duality to it. So on the one hand, like how we were driving earlier in the morning, it can motor in pure EV mode. Be gentle with it and it delivers incredible fuel efficiency. But this hybrid powertrain is not simply focused on efficiency. Demand more from the drivetrain and it will deliver. Toyota knows its way around fast hybrids. Using hybrid power, the Toyota Gazoo racing team have won Le Mans for 4 years in a row. And this year, at the opening World Rally Championship at Monte Carlo, the Toyota Gazoo team came this close to winning the very first rally of the new Rally 1 hybrid era. Let's talk about the powertrain that we have here. There is the 2.5-litre petrol engine that delivers 175.5 bhp and 221 Newton meters of torque. But there is also the electric motor that delivers 118 bhp, and together there is a total system output of 215 bhp. 0 to 100 takes 7.8 seconds, which is actually quick for what is a luxury car. The electric motor, it torque fills the combustion engine's torque curves, ensuring that you always have smooth and strong acceleration on tap. And the CVT gearbox, it has 6 predetermined steps which you can control via the paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. So it sort of works like a conventional automatic. And of course, you have a sport mode for the drivetrain and you have a sport mode for the gearbox. The Kari Motor Speedway was always a technical track, a tight track, but the revisions to the track have now opened up those tighter corners and made it faster, flowing, and also a lot more challenging. You push hard and this track really rewards you. And it also highlights an interesting aspect of the Camry, and that is the good body control. This is a luxury car, so there is of course body roll, but once you pitch it into a corner, it doesn't pitch around and float around and doesn't do anything nasty. It stays safe, composed, but there is good grip from the car. And it is obvious in the intent of the car. You look at it and it does look aggressive and sporty. The brakes are really, really strong and they don't suffer from fade. We've been going round and round the track and these brakes aren't fading. Even the tire size that Toyota has chosen for the Camry, it's actually quite a sporty tire choice. And it together delivers good grip and good confidence when you're caning it around the track. The steering is also direct. I wouldn't say it is brimming with feel, but it tells you exactly what's going on. But this is actually quite impressive when you're caning it. And then when you're working hard, you have seat coolers to cool your backside. So you always stay cool while you're banging in hot laps. But enough talking and enough chewing through the tires. We've got to set a lap time, and for that, we've got an expert. Arjun Balu is an absolute car enthusiast. His garage has a wonderful mix of cars, sports cars, luxury cars, SUVs, and for his daily drive, he prefers to lean on the luxury side of things. But on the weekends, he is busy setting lap records and demolishing his rivals on the way to dominating and clinching title after title in the Indian touring cars category. He is an incredibly skilled hand behind the wheel, and being a homeboy, knows this track like the back of his hand. Meanwhile, the car was prepared for the lap. The V-Box data logger was hooked up to the car, tire pressures were checked, and in the car, Arjun, he switched off ESP and of course activated the sport mode.
Let me know when the car goes past the last corner.
Roger. Right, please around the last corner.
Stopwatch ready? It's go time.
And Arjun is across the start-finish straight, foot flat on the floor as he accelerates past the pits complex. The new Kari layout has a shortened main straight and he hits 159 kmph before slamming on the brakes to apex T1 at 62 kmph. He continues on the brakes, apexing T2 at 55 kmph and then he accelerates for T3, hitting 89.8 kmph before hitting the brakes once again to apex T4 at 51.7 kmph and then it is over the curbs of T5. The kink on the back straight, the T6, T7 section is straight line, the Camry suspension soaking up the bumps while running over the curbs. Arjun keeps the accelerator floored through what was once the Mickey Mouse section but is now flat, getting the Camry up to 144.3 kmph before slamming on the brakes for the left-handed T10. Apexing T10 at 56.7 kmph, Arjun is back on the gas for the right-handed T11 and runs it all the way to the exit curbs of T12. And then on, we head to the most exciting part of the new layout. Arjun throwing the Camry into T13 at 102.2 kmph and running onto and over the exit curbs. Eyes now focused on T14. Braking hard, he slows down the Camry to 51.2 kmph to apex T14, a long corner that he hugs to the inside and then a short squirt before getting back on the brakes for T15. Letting the Camry run wide, using all of the curbs to get a solid exit over the last corner, Arjun carries the momentum onto the start-finish straight. Arjun has one eye on the lap time, counting down on the V-box, another on the main straight, and that is the time, 1 minute 29.08 seconds. On further analysis of the V-box data, we find that the first lap was the quickest at 1 minute 28.43 seconds. And that is your first lap time of a hybrid car on the Kari Motor Speedway. Arjun, was that a good lap?
Yeah, pretty good lap, Sirish.
1 minute 28.43. That was your lap time. How would you rate that?
Quite surprised actually.
Yeah.
Given that we racing drivers will always say that there's always something more to get out of the lap. I think we got as much as we could out of it.
So what do you think of the Camry Hybrid?
To be very honest, I mean, being a luxury car and for the purpose for which it is made, it surprised me in the sense that yes, it is soft, but once you enter the corner and it leans, yes. But what is nice about it, it doesn't pitch, so it gets loaded and it stays on the line. Obviously, they built understeer into it for safety. You even if you try to brake the rear end, you can get it to point in, and once you go on the gas, it obviously wants to understeer, which is not surprising, which is pretty much how cars are made, and it also gets a good exit. There is traction is good with whatever power it has. It's good, and first time honestly driving a CVT, pleasantly surprised. It does a good job in maintaining momentum.
So now all motorsport cars also getting hybrids. The World Rally Championship from this year has got a hybrid powertrain.
Yeah.
You think more and more hybrids will be there? Will you buy a hybrid as your next car?
Well, I'm not averse to hybrids because the performance is there to show. Formula One hybrid technology is making them go faster. WRC, we're seeing it. So from a performance point of view and from a drivability point of view, of course, it's great to drive. And if it's nice to drive, how does it matter what a car has? We buy it, and this one is actually very enjoyable. And the other thing I want to say, Sirish, about this car, the brakes, very, very impressive. Apart from the first lap, I think it was not warmed up yet. To have a brake that doesn't fade on a standard road car, which is this heavy, and so when you look at it, it's not like it's running any massive brakes either. I think they've done a very, very good job. And even under braking, even when you're turning a little bit, it's very stable. And from what you're saying, it gives great economy on the highway and even in the city conditions. So overall, 128, early 128 is I think what you said.
Yes.
It's not too bad at all.
Thank you, Arjun. Thank you for putting in times for us and spending the day with us here at the Kari Motor Speedway.
Pleasure. Always a pleasure. Thanks, Sirish.
Thank you. So there you have it, the first lap time for a hybrid car here at the Kari Motor Speedway, and it is not going to be the last, at least if motorsport is any precedent to go by. Formula One, the World Rally Championship, the World Endurance Championship, all the top tier motorsport categories are harnessing hybrid power to boost efficiency and to boost performance. What do you think of this video? If you like it, give us a shout out in the comments below and give us also a thumbs up and share this video with like-minded enthusiasts. And now, I think I'm going to jump into the back seat on the way back to the residency towers in Coimbatore. Atish, drive man. And the seats recline also, right? Cooled?